Hi guys, Stu, Al and the rest of the team here from Outdoor Basics, and today we're going to talk about this awesome little bit of kit, the SRK-Compact from Cold Steel. I've had this for a good few weeks now, and I thought I'd give an initial thoughts review. Although it is an initial thoughts review, I wanted to get a fair amount of use out of the knife before I kind of said anything. I didn't really want to give an initial thoughts review just looking at it sat at my kitchen table. I wanted to get a good few weeks of use of it, and then I would say how I'm finding it, and then maybe down the line we'll do a kind of long-term use review. This has been absolutely done to death 1,000 times over, so it's not so much a review, it's just what I personally think of the knife, the sheath and all that good sounding stuff. Okay, so here we go for this super exciting bit. Blade length 12.5 centimetres, blade thickness 4.1 millimetres, handle length 11.4 centimetres, and total length is 24.1 centimetres, and it is 145 grams. It is a Cray-X handle. It's like a really rubberised, secure handle. Feels good, but I'll talk about that in a minute. The steel is SK5 carbon steel. It is a dark coating finish on the blade, and it is a clip point. Put that back in there. It's a clip point. I think it's like a hollow grind, I'd say. They say hollow grind, yeah, I'd say hollow grind. So yeah, I've really liked the wee knife. It's actually got a kind of pretty kind of Coke bottled handle as well with the Cray-X handle. Pretty comfy. I actually have both. I have this one and the full size one. I like this one that much. I get the full size one as well, but I'll talk about it. It comes with this kind of plastic over moulded sheath, but I'll talk about that again in a wee minute. Okay, so yeah, let's just do some battening and stuff and see how it's kind of generally fares. I'll cut this wood off first. I really like my silky saw, I must admit, and I'll probably get more silky saws, but this kind of backhoe Laplander in orange, it fits perfectly into the pocket on my Helican Tex Pilgrim pants, and it's a really robust little saw. You feel like it's a bit of a forgiving saw. Definitely requires a bit more effort than my silky, but other than that, it's no real big deal. I must say I'm fairly impressed by it. And you feel it is a lot more forgiving. I've never had an issue with my silky saws, with breaking them and stuff like that. Pull saws, this cuts on the push and on the pull, but I've never had an issue with either. But this is definitely a very robust and forgiving saw. We've actually been cutting and sawing and battening wood all day. This isn't the thickest wood. We actually battened through the thicker part just before we started filming. As usual, we just kind of, the video's off the cuff a wee bit, innit? So yeah. For me, it battens wherever. I'm not battening anything massive where I need it to be busting the wood apart. If it was really that drastic, I would use an axe. But battening wood like this is definitely a viable thing to be doing when you're out and about in the woods. 110% it is. Comes to kind of as well splitting down in this manner. It definitely does a good job at that as well. And for the SK5 steel, I've been really impressed as far as edge retention and stuff like that goes. We'll batten through all this earlier. As far as edge retention goes, I've been batting loads and cutting loads with this, and it just holds an edge incredibly well. holds an edge very, very well. And as far as feather sticking goes, I must admit, I was really, really impressed with it. I didn't expect it to be like such a good feather sticker, but it being more of a survival knife. But it feather sticks very, very well, and I can get reasonable curls out of it. It definitely feather sticks very, very well. I would suggest both of them do. Start to get decent curls with it when you find the groove, as it were. So yeah, it does feather stick very, very well. And I did have to modify the spine. I just took it over my workshop to get a bit of an edge on it. It will throw sparks. Ronan loves the sparks. Don't go on fire, Ronan. My full size one, I'll just grab that there. Cheers. I've got the full size one. I went with the same colour handle as well, the Coyote handle. Seems to throw, yeah, I mean that throws sparks much better. The full size one throws sparks much better. However, I can just take that back over my workshop and it's not too bad as a whole. So it's done everything I've asked it to do: battening, feather sticking, splitting. I'm actually going to make a wee tri-stick with it in a bit. I don't know, I'll use some magic to edit me make a tri-stick with it and a peg and stuff. I've done loads of it recently and I must say I'm very, very impressed. So there's thousands of reviews of this all over the shop. Would I recommend it? 110%. As I've said, there's one I was making there. I think it feather sticks incredibly well for what it is. Really impressed with it. The SK5 steel, does it hold the best edge in the world? No, but it definitely holds an edge for a full day out in the woods. And all I've done is just take it back over a strop, and it is hair popping sharp. So it's more than good enough for me. You can see the coating's coming off because I have been battening with this a lot. I've used this a lot over the last few weeks and I'm just very, very impressed with it. This was my first cold steel knife. I had my cold steel Trailhawk, I believe, my cold steel shovel, but this was my first cold steel knife, and I liked that SRK-Compact so much I went to get the full size version. The sheaths are the same, so rather than kind of waving that one around, I'll show you on this one. Sheath, just a basic plastic composite sheath. I've just put a paracord wrap on it, some 550 fire cord. It does come with like a retention kind of clip here that goes round it. I really don't see the need. The retention on these is absolutely bomb proof. Everybody does that when they're demonstrating it. I don't know why I'm doing that, but it works. Absolutely bomb proof. The sheath was brilliant. I seen on, hopefully I don't get this wrong, Bushcraft in Baseball on Instagram. He just done a thing with his SRK, like he was showing one of his knives, and he had got off eBay a modified belt loop attachment that looked really, really good, so I'll probably do that. I'm not sure, you'd need to go some to break it, but I think it could be better. So that's my only drawback. The sheath itself is really, really good, but the attachment for the belt loop, I don't know, I just wasn't that impressed. It's okay, and it will suffice, but now I've seen an option to upgrade, I more than likely will do that. But yeah, it's okay. The sheath itself is dynamite. The retention was really, really tight when I initially got them. Not so much on the compact, but on the full size SRK. And another one of the lads, Ryan, got a full size SRK, and the retention on that was really, really tight as well. I just kind of turned it over with a heat gun for a distance and loosened it off, and it's absolutely bang on. I'll maybe do a review of the full size one, because what a beast this bit of kit is. Absolutely solid. You really feel like you could depend on that. Just touch that there. But for a general kind of belt knife just around camp, the SRK-Compact for me has been absolutely brilliant. I really like it. It's a kind of mix of a survival slash bushcraft slash wee belt knife, and I seen it and just liked the look of it. I just thought it looks cool, I just liked the look of it, kind of bushcrafty, tactical, and I got one and I'm very impressed with it. And for the price, I think this was under 50 quid, and I think it was about 60 quid for the full size. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I would definitely recommend the Compact for if any of the lads are in the forces and they need like a kind of belt knife, maybe want to put on your webbing or whatever. The Compact is just big enough, yeah. It feels more robust than a Mora, it feels kind of more heavy duty, but it's light enough that you would still carry it on your webbing. You would still maybe attach it to a plate carrier or whatever. It feels robust enough that I could do any task I'd ask for it, for battening, survival tasks or whatever, but you would definitely carry it. So yeah, I would recommend that to anybody serving. So yeah, just my kind of thoughts and feelings on the SRK-Compact and the full size SRK. To absolutely the size difference as well caught me off, because I'd only had this, I'd never seen a full size SRK. I'll let you just have a look there at the two of them side by side. So if anybody's got the full size, they can kind of guesstimate themselves. Yeah, I do like the handle on this. It definitely fills the hand well. Very impressed. But cannot see past this. Great wee knife. And as far as the SRK goes, whether it's the Compact or the full size, I would most definitely recommend it for anybody looking for a cheap, reasonable belt knife that you know you can definitely depend on and is going to be absolutely solid. So yeah, as always, I've been Stu, he's been Alan, yous have been awesome. This is Outdoor Basics. Like, comment, share, subscribe and all that good sounding stuff. See you in the next one. Decent ferro sticks like that, mate, for a knife this size. Pulling out great feather sticks. It's up there, mate, I must admit, with rapidly becoming my favourite knives. Two of my favourite knives. And it was only the new coloured handles that I seen, and I thought, oh, do you know what, that looks really cool. So I decided to go and get them, and it was mainly the new coyote coloured handles that intrigued me. And I thought the Compact was a great wee feather sticker, and I didn't think this would be as good. I don't think I've any other hollow ground knives. I'm very impressed by it, and this thing literally throws sparks like mad. So the SK5 steel, I'm impressed with. Like, takes an edge just on a strop, like straight away. Few goes over on the strop with a bit of a compound on it, and that's the edge back. Yeah, mate. Doesn't get much more bushcraft there. One thing that I neglected to mention there about the sheath is I prefer to use a Dangler. So I just had like a belt clip there. I just took some 550 paracord and made a small loop there to get it onto a Dangler. Because then when I'm using it, it's at the right height for me. For taking it in and out, it just fits better. I feel I can get onto it much easier. And my smock and stuff like that isn't really interrupting it. So I prefer it myself, to be honest. But like I say, it's up to you really. However, as I said earlier in the video, I'm probably going to get the upgraded. I mean, you'd need to go some to get that to break. You would really need to go some. So I'm just being a bit of a loser really by kind of getting that upgraded belt look, but Bushcraft and Baseball, I believe, on Instagram had it and it just looked great, so yeah, why would I not upgrade it if the opportunity's there? So thanks for putting that up, mate. Alright, so just a bit of a kind of bonus feature to kind of show that it is a very capable wee knife. I'm going to take this down with just a knife. Once I've took it down, I will tidy it off with my saw. As you can see, it's absolutely everywhere here, it's growing like mad, and we will use it in our camp, so we'll not just trashing the place. I just thought I'd show you that you can use a small belt knife to take something kind of a decent size down. So all I'm going to do is kind of like make cuts all the way in round it, and it'll push over and it'll kind of look like a rose, I suppose. This side. This side. Cut all the way around, making sure nothing's going to come down. I'll push it over this way. So you can use your belt knife to kind of take down, and then as I need to, I could just repeat that process to be able to break it up into kind of usable, sizable bits of wood. I will take my saw and clean this off so that we kind of give it a chance. But as you can see, it's absolutely everywhere around here. And we'll utilise this in camp. So there you go, SRK-Compact. Absolutely zero edge damage there. Just a really capable, great little knife in my opinion. I really like it. So, yep, enjoy. I mean, is it as good as a Scandi Mora? Probably not, but am I able to get a pot hook? Yeah. Am I able to start making notches for traps? 7 notches, you know what I mean, like carving bits of the wood out? Yeah, I am. Like, I'm actually really happy with it so far. Like, I don't know what more I'd want it to be able to do. It can carve to a decent level. It is absolutely solid. It can batten, it can feather stick. It feather sticks absolutely awesome in my opinion. I just had to modify the spine ever so slightly. So yeah, as I say, I'm just more and more impressed with it. all the time, and I know there's been lots of reviews of it and stuff, and I'm a bit late to the party, but I would definitely say I just really like it. It's a great wee knife, and I hate saying for the money, because I feel as if I'm cheapening the knife itself when that's not what I'm trying to do. But for the money, you're going to struggle to beat it. It's a great bit of kit, and you know, here we can't, in the UK for some reason we can't get the Jacare Pucco. I would like a Jacare Pucco 110, I really would, but we can't get them here for some reason, so maybe as an alternative, this is just a great wee knife, SRK-Compact, and that's kind of why I got it. There's one other knife I'm looking at as well, but at the moment the SRK-Compact is, I just keep finding myself going back to it, and my full size SRK, I just find myself picking it up a lot, especially over the last couple of months. I've just found myself going back to it again and again, and if it's able to do all my kind of bushcrafty tasks as well as my survival tasks, taking that tree down, battening, whatever I need to do, I'm just impressed. So yeah, happy with that.